Hello and welcome to Charch Chat. I'm Paul Charchian from LeagueSafe.com. Thanks for joining us here at Open Sports. Today we're going to talk about some of the waiver wire moves you'll want to make. Help give yourself a good chance both this weekend and throughout the rest of the year. The playoff push is upon us. Let's roll up our sleeves and begin at the quarterback position with Joe Flacco, who's been shockingly good of late. You know, he's scored multiple touchdowns in 5 of his last 6 games. Yes, we are talking about a Baltimore Ravens quarterback. Unbelievable. I mean, Joe Flacco's really been overshadowed by Matt Ryan, who's having a phenomenal season. In a different year, Flacco would be running away with the Rookie of the Year award, and he's been very good. And for those of you in leagues that subtract for interceptions, Flacco has not thrown an interception in 6 of his last 7 games. How about that? This is a rookie. He's supposed to be throwing 20, 30 interceptions this year. Joe Flacco, really impressive and absolutely belongs on rosters. And if you're in a dynasty league and he's available, then you have to scramble to go get him. Next, we go to the wide receiver position. I've got 2 guys for you and then a running back. We begin with Dominic Hickson for obvious reasons, and I know it's a layup with Plaxico Burress' situation, and he's probably already been snapped up in a lot of leagues, but let's just make it official. And you know, we don't know for sure what Plaxico Burress' status is, but it seems very unlikely that he'll be playing in the next couple of weeks at a minimum. And Hickson's a good return guy. He's very fast. He gives you a chance for long touchdowns. I actually like him a little bit better than Amani Toomer, who scored a long touchdown last week, but that's not his forte at all. Hickson is a better selection for that kind of use. Then let's go to Devon Bess. He's the rookie from Hawaii. There aren't many players from Hawaii in the league. And he's turned into a good receiver for the Dolphins with Greg Camarillo down. He's caught 11 passes over the last 2 weeks. He's had basically 85 and 85 yards over the last 2 weeks. Those are good numbers. And Chad Pennington's playing well. The Dolphins' offense is fundamentally pretty good. Ted Ginn dropped a couple of key passes last week, and so you wonder if Bess isn't somebody that Pennington just might end up feeling a little more comfortable with as the season winds on. So Devon Bess, if you're looking for a sleeper wide receiver. And then let's go to the running back position. Tashard Choice. Talked about Choice last week, but I wanted to reiterate him now because Marion Barber's hurt. When we talked about him last week, didn't know Marion Barber was going to get hurt. He's got the toe injury. Fortunately, Barber's had a few extra days off to let that thing heal up. I think Barber's probably going to play on Sunday, but even if he doesn't play, or even if he does play, he's going to get fewer carries than he had gotten throughout most of the rest of the year. And so you figure Choice is going to be in there. They want to keep some of the workload off of Barber while Dell still has to push for the playoffs. They don't want to burn out Barber, who's showing, the fear was that he'd break down over the course of a long season, and that's starting to happen. So you figure that Choice will end up getting some extra carries and some extra looks. So he belongs on rosters minimally on those teams that already have Marion Barber. All right, so there you go. 4 guys: Joe Flacco, Dominic Hickson, Tashard Choice, and Devon Bess are your 4 pickup guys for this week. If you've got questions for our fantasy department, we'd love to hear from you. Email your questions, fantasy@opensports.com.
So you think you can tackle a pro? There's only one way to find out. Click on fantasy@opensports.com.